Hi guys! In this episode, I'm going to talk about my experience investing with robo-investment app Raiz. So if you're interested in that, then keep on watching. So Raiz is the collaboration between the Malaysia National Fund House Pemodalan Nasional Berhad and the Australian company Raiz Invest Australia Limited. Through the app, users can invest a small amount of money into a diversified portfolio of assets. They can do that either by rounding up their everyday purchases and invest the spare change, and to do that they would have to set their spending account with their debit card, but unfortunately I have not tried this feature, so I can't really comment on it. Or a user could also invest a lump sum amount of money by entering any amount on the invest screen of the app, and this is the option that I have used. Or they could also set up recurring investment on a daily, weekly or monthly basis. So the transfer of the fund can be done by just using your phone. So I really like that convenience. You can just set up your debit card details and then it would automatically deduct from your account when you want to make your investment. I'm using my Touch and Go Visa prepaid card, but I'm sure you can also set up other cards for that purpose. So they have a few investment portfolio that you can choose. You can choose the one from PNB. So this one is the conservative portfolio for PNB. And then you can also choose the moderate portfolio as well as the aggressive portfolio. But you can also get this portfolio directly from PNB without having to pay for Raiz fees. But this is definitely handy to have because you can just use it in your phone. Or you can also use the Raiz portfolio. So Raiz has its own conservative portfolio. So if it is a conservative one, it would made up basically of sukuk and cash. So this is Sharia compliant. And for the moderate portfolio, there'll be more global equity. The percentage for global equity will be higher. And if you want to have an aggressive portfolio, then your equity from the world market will be up to 65%. Or you can also customize your own Raiz portfolio like what I did here. So my portfolio is made up of world equity at 60%, and for the second highest it was for the semiconductor industry. So if you want to look for the detail, you just need to click on each individual section. So for the world equity, this would be the holding. And if you are into boycotting brands that support Israel, so this is Sharia compliant. But if you want to be thorough with your investment, then you can look up each individual company to see whether it's in line with your principle. So similarly, if you want to see the other section, you just need to click on it. And for the semiconductor industry, this would be the equity that made up the section of your investment. So I've invested 25 ringgit since I think around April this year, and now the amount has increased to 26 ringgit 35 cent. So by their calculation, that would be 8.61% increase in my investment. But if I want to calculate it my way, that would be 1 ringgit 35 cent over 25 ringgit times 100. Let me calculate that. So by my calculation, there will be 5.4% increase in my investment. So that's not too bad. I think in their calculation, they took into account when the investment was deposited, and if there were a lot of deposit over a certain period of time, I think their calculation is better to reflect that. But even by my own calculation, I think I find the investment is quite acceptable. The problem is just that on top of the fees at the fund level, Raiz would impose further fee, so it will be RM1.50 a month for account under 6,000 ringgit, or 0.025% per month for account of 6,000 and more. So if we do a quick calculation, say you have a portfolio of 100 ringgit, then your yearly fees would be 18 ringgit, and that would erode about 80% of your money. So even if your portfolio was gaining 8%, you are actually still losing 10% of your investment. If you have 1,000 ringgit investment, the figure would be 1.8% loss. If it's 2,000 ringgit, then you are losing 0.9%. And if it is 5,000 ringgit, then it's a loss of 0.36%. So you actually need to have a big portfolio, possibly more than 2,000 ringgit, for the fees to be reasonable. Otherwise, you are actually losing a lot of money, percentage-wise, to the fees. I think Raiz should look into this and reduce the fee for the small account, or just apply the 0.3% fee across the board. Alright guys, so that's my review of Raiz. It's quite convenient to use. I just wish that I have more ability to edit my portfolio. The return is quite decent so far, although I'll be happier if I have a return of more than 10%. My only concern is the high fee for my small portfolio, so I might withdraw all my investment and make it zero and reinvest when I have more money. Anyway guys, if you want to download the app, you can use my link, so we both could get 10 ringgit each. And don't forget to like, to comment and to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.